all and none, alive and dead. All right, okay. So I am alive, but when I get to the age of 150, I will be dead. Alone and together. All right, so right now, I am alone. But later in my class, I will be together with a student. Asleep and awake, right? So, at 12 o'clock last night, I was asleep. This morning at 9 o'clock, I was awake. Okay, so I will show you my back. And this is my front, all right? Back and front. Beautiful and ugly. Beautiful and ugly. Before and after. All right. So when we have an event, the past is before and the future is after. Right? Big. Small. So an elephant is big. A mouse is small. So, do you remember the word above and be? The floor is above? No. What's the opposite of above? Do you remember? Below. Yes, below. The opposite of above is below. Okay, so opposite of add, right? Add one is 2. One is 0. What is the opposite of add when we take away? Subtract. This is a verb, subtract. Okay, so all, right? I have all the apples in my basket, right? Nobody else has an apple. I have all of them, right? But what if I have no apples? I have of them. None. I have none of the apples if I have no apples in my basket. Okay, so you can see on the left, the dog is alive. On the right, the dog is, what is the word? When something is not alive, it is what? Do you remember? First letter D. It's dead. That's right. So when something is not alive, it is dead. Okay, alone. All right, I am alone. But I wish I was with you. What is the word? When we are with others, we can say, I am together. Right? The boy is together with the dog. Right? They are together. Asleep. All right. So when we do this, we are asleep. What happens when you open your eyes? You are what? Right now, I am awake. Right? I am awake. Okay, so back. Okay, this is the back of my hand, right? What do I call this side? The opposite of back. First left letter is F. Do you remember? Front, right? Front, right? You can see my front. You cannot see my back. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful, or for a man, we would say handsome. What is the opposite of beautiful? When you have a face like this, what is that? Do you know? Ugly, right? So if you have a bad face, you are ugly. But I'm sure you are all beautiful. Now, before, right? The past happened before now. The future will happen, what? Before and at. What is the word? First letter A, you remember? After. Before and after. And I'm in the middle. Okay, big. Big and, what is the word? Something can be very big, or it can be like this. What is the adjective for something that is this size? What can I say? Small. Small. And don't forget the at the end. All. Small. Next, cold and hot. All right, so I'm very cold. Or I'm very hot. Clean and dirty. So you can see the pig on the left is clean, has no dirt. The pig on the right is dirty. It is covered with dirt and mud. Light and dark. In the daytime, the sun makes it light. At night, there is no sun, so it is dark. Right? Adjectives, light and dark. Difficult and easy. For me, English is very easy because I learned it when I was a child. But Vietnamese is very difficult for me. Wet and dry. When it rains, everybody gets wet. When the sun shines for one whole week, everything is dry. Full and empty, right? I wish my stomach was full of food. But it's empty. There is no food inside. We use this for containers. Enter and exit. When you walk in to your house, you enter. This is the verb. When you walk out of your house, you exit your house. Also a verb. Even and odd. So numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 are even. Odd numbers, we start with 3, 5, 7. Early and late. So, if I wake up at 6 a.m., that's early. If I wake up at 12, that's late. Fat and thin, right? So, fat and thin, right? Fat and thin. Now, can you remember? Cold. What's the opposite? When it's, I feel, what's the word? First letter H. You remember? Hot. The word is hot. So, Saigon is very hot. But Sapa is cold. Okay, clean clean, right? So I've washed my face and my hair, so my face and my hair are clean. If I never wash my face and my hair, they will be what? What is the adjective? Do you remember? Dirty. If you have dirt all over you and you never wash, you'll be dirty. Okay, light. So this room is light because we have these lights here, right? And the sun makes the world light in the daytime. But what do we call it when there is no light? You can say, it is very dark. It is very dark, right? At nighttime, it is very dark. So, earlier I used the example, difficult, right? Vietnamese is very difficult for me, but English is very, what is the word? Do you remember? Not difficult, it's easy. English is easy for me, but Vietnamese is very difficult for me. Okay, when it rains, everything is wet. It's adjective, right? Means it's covered with water. What is the word for when there is no water? When there is no water, something is dry. Dry. So we can see the girl under the umbrella is dry. So the box on the left is full of money. The box on the right has nothing inside. So we say it is what? What is the word? Do you know? Empty. The box on the right is empty. There is nothing inside. So when you walk in, you enter. Enter. When you walk out, you... Do you know? Can you remember? You exit. You exit when you walk out. Right? Walk in, enter. Walk out, exit. Now, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all even numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They are, what is the word? Do you know? It's odd. Odd. You can also use odd to describe people, like Niall. Early. So today I woke up early. I woke up at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, I think I will wake up at 12 o'clock. What is the adjective to describe this? Late, right? Early and late. Okay. So if I eat a lot of chocolate bars, ice cream, drink milk tea, I'm going to be fat, right? Too much sugar, I'll be fat. But if I don't eat anything, I will be what? What's the word? Thin. And remember, important to say not t, but thin. Okay, first, all right? So 2 words, first and last. The first day of the month is 1. The last day of the month is the 31st. Get and give, all right? So when you get, somebody gives to you. When you give, You give away to another person. So on your birthday, you will get. On your friend's birthday, you will give. Okay, good and bad. All right? Good, bad. High and low. High and low can describe numbers. It can describe position. It can describe temperature. Happy and sad. All right? So let's see. When I have a day off, I'm very happy. When it rains on my day off, I'm very sad. Inside and outside. When I stand here in Tiếng, I am inside. When I go to Ninh Huế in Saigon, I will be outside. Jolly and serious. All right? A jolly person shows that they are open to happiness. They want to be happy. A serious person often frowns like this. Stay. All right? So I will stay in Saigon for the rest of my life, unless something terrible happens, and then I will leave. Left. All right? So we can see, for you, let's see, this is my left hand, this is my right hand. Loud and quiet. Loud and quiet describe sound. They're adjectives for sound. A loud noise is a big sound. Quiet sound is a small sound. First. So first is the thing that you do at the beginning, right? What is the name for the thing you do at the end? Last. It is the last thing, right? So the last day of the month is the 31st. Okay, next, get. All right, so on your birthday, you get a gift. On your friend's birthday, what's the verb? Do you know? What is the verb? When we give, right? We give a gift to our friend on their birthday. Okay, so good, right? Good. What is the opposite of good? Do you know? Let's see. What is the word for this? Good and bad, right? Bad. The devil is bad. Okay. High. High and what is the opposite? Let's see. So, the sky is very high, right? The sea is very, what? Low. High and low. Happy. All right. So when we feel happy, we smile. What is the name for the feeling we have when we feel like this? We feel unhappy. What is the word? First letter S, do you remember? Sad. Right? When we feel sad, right? We cry. But don't do that. Be happy. Inside. All right? So, when I'm here at Tiếng, I am inside. When I am at Ninh Huế, when I am not in, I am, what is the word? Outside. Right? outside. I am outside when I am at Minhui. Jolly, right? A person who loves fun, loves to smile, is very jolly. What about a person who does not love fun? They don't care about laughing or smiling. What is that? Do you know the word? Serious. A person is serious if they have no time for smiling and games. Okay, stay. So stay when you are in a place and you don't move, right? So I have stayed in Vietnam for 1.5 years. What is the word for when we go away from a place? Leave. Right? When we leave, we go away from a place. All right, next, left. And what is the other? Right, so I have left, trái, and phải. What is the English? What do we say? It is my right hand. You know, this is my right hand. Left and right. Okay, so these words describe sound, remember? When there is a big noise, a big sound, it is loud. Loud! There's a very small sound. What do we call it? First letter, Q. Do you remember? Quiet. We say quiet. Okay, least and most. Okay, so if you have the least, this means in comparison to others, right? We use this to compare. Most has the larger number of a quality. Least has the lesser number of a quality. Modern and traditional. Okay, so modern is now, traditional is old, before. Far and near. Okay, so Vũng Tàu is near to Saigon. Hanoi is far from Saigon. New and old. All right, so if something is new, that means it happened or was made close to now. If it is old, that means it happened a long time ago. On and off. You know, the light in here is on. Open and close. Right? We open and close a door. The door on the left is open. Okay, part. All right, so a part is just one piece or one part of the whole. So on the right, you can see whole chicken. You take the leg, you have part of the chicken. Study is when you learn, right? When you learn about things, you try to learn, you study. When you work, for example, you work for another person. Somebody asks you to do something for them and they give you money. Pull, push. Question and answer, all right? So we ask a question and we answer the question. Every question has an answer. Okay, so do you remember the opposite of least? You know, least. I only have half an orange. I have the least oranges. The other people, they have what? What's the word? Most. They have most of the oranges. So most is more than 50%. Modern. All right, modern. So if something is modern, it is very new. It is the style and type that is normal for now. It is modern. What's the other word? Traditional. So an áo dài is traditional clothing in Vietnam. Far. All right. So remember, Hanoi is very far. Vũng Tàu is very what? What's the word? What's the word to describe things that are close to here? Near. Yeah, we can say that Vũng Tàu is near Saigon. New. All right. So the backpack on the left is new. Right? It looks clean. It has just been bought. We bought it yesterday. The backpack on the right is not new. It's dirty. It's broken. What's the word? Old. All right? Old. We can describe things as new or old. Okay, so the lights in this room are on. The lights are on. What is the opposite of on? Right, so turn on, turn what? What's the light on the right is what? Off. The light on the right is off. So we say on and off. Open. Okay, so we open a door and we... What is the word? What is the verb to describe this action? What is that? Close, right? We open a door and we close a door. Open and close. All right. So if you just have one piece of something bigger, you have a part. What is the word for what is on the right here, right? The two chicken legs are part of the chicken. Whole. So we say whole. Right? It's that whole. Study. All right? So when you study, you try to learn. You study when you try to learn. What is it called when you make something or you do for another? You work, right? So I work at Tiếng Anh Như Nói. Pull. Okay, so we pull when we bring toward us. We bring this way. What is the verb for this? When we try to move an object away. What can we say? First letter, also P. We say push. Pull and push. Next, question. So I ask a question. You give the... Do you remember? First letter A. I ask the question and you give the answer. You give the answer. Question and answer. Okay, now raise is to bring higher. Lower is to make low. right? So if we make something like this, we raise. If we make it like this, we lower. Wrong and right. Okay? So if something is wrong, it's bad or incorrect. If something is right, it's good or true. Different. So you can see the two socks are red and blue. So they are different. The socks on the right are the same. Stand and sit. Okay, so I stand, I sit. These are two verbs, right? We can stand up or sit down. Two flavors now, two tastes. Sweet tastes like sugar, sour tastes like lemon, right? So ice cream is sweet, lemon is sour. Hard and soft, all right? So the wall is hard. The pillow is soft. Okay, now, single, all right, means you have no wife, you have no partner, you are not married, you are single. If you have a wife or a husband, you are married. Throw and catch. Throw and catch. True and false. All right. When a person says something, it can be true or it can be false. If what they say is right, it's true. If what they say is wrong, it's false. Wide and narrow, right? So an alley, or in Vietnamese we would say hem, is narrow. The road is wide. So can you remember the opposite of raise? When we raise, we make higher. What is the opposite when we do this? We make, do you remember? Lower, right? So we can raise the bar or lower the bar. Okay, so opposite of wrong, all right? Wrong is bad, it's incorrect. What is the opposite when something is right? What can we say? Do you remember? It's right. Okay, so things can be wrong or right. Okay, different. So the red and the blue socks are different. They are a different color. But in the picture on the right, there are two blue socks. So they are the, what is the word? They are the same, right? They are the same because they have the same color. They are the same. Okay, so at the end of class at Tiếng Anh Nói, you will stand. You will stand up on your legs. But at the start of class at Tiếng Anh Nói, you will, what is the verb here? What is this? Sit. You sit down on a chair. So we stand and sit. Okay, so sweet. Remember, sugar is sweet. Milk tea is sweet. Lemon is what? Is lemon. Lemon and sometimes mango are what? Sour. They are sour, right? So we have sweet and sour. When you put them together, you have a delicious flavor. All right, hard. The wall is hard. The pillow is not hard. What is the word? Adjective. It is soft. The word is soft. So the wall is hard, the pillow is soft. Okay, so the man on the left, he is single. He has no wife, he has no husband, he is single. The man on the right has a wife, it looks like. So he is what? Married. That's right. So the adjective is married. So first we throw. If you're playing baseball, if you're playing softball, if you're playing rounders, you throw the ball. Then somebody else will catch. Did you get that one? Catch. So we throw and catch. Okay, if something is right, then it is true. If something is right and correct, we say it is true. So it is true that Vietnam is a country. Right? That's true. You cannot deny it. It's true. If I say Vietnam is a food, no, that's false. That's not true. That's incorrect. Wide, right? So roads are wide. An alley, or in Vietnamese, hem, is what? Wide and not thin. Another word. Narrow. So we have wide and narrow. Okay, two more words now. Win and lose. Right? So, if you play a game and you get the prize, you win. If you play a game and somebody else gets the prize, you lose. Okay, when you are born, you are young. When you are 80, you are old. Cry and laugh. So when we are sad, we cry. When we are happy, we laugh. Fast and slow, right? So the rabbit is fast. The turtle is slow. Day and night. So, right now, it is day. At 12 o'clock later, when there is no light, it will be night. Lazy and hard working. Hard working. If you do no work, you're lazy. If you're always working, you're hard working. Buy is when you want something and you give money for it. When you sell, you have something and you take money for it. Build and destroy. Okay? So first, I build a cute little tower of Jenga. Then, I destroy it. Deep. So the sea is very deep, but the water in the street is very shallow. Shallow. Strong. All right, so I am very strong. I am not weak. If you are strong, you have power in your body. If you're weak, you've got no power in your body. Okay, so win. If you take the prize in a competition, you win. If you don't win, somebody else wins, then you lose. You lose. All right, so when you are born, you are very young. When you are 80, you are old. All right, everybody, it's time to finish up now. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you learned some more vocabulary today. If you want to learn more vocabulary, what you should do is come to Tiếng Anh Nói. You can come to Tiếng Anh Nói for a speaking test. They're free. You can come down, speak to a foreigner, for like 5 minutes. They'll talk to you, tell you what is good about your English and what you should improve. We're here in District 10 on Ninh Phương. So come and visit us. We would be happy to meet you. All right, see you. Goodbye.